discovered this like amazing website over the last week or so, and it's just kind of blowing my mind because I've been traveling extensively for like 15 years, always on a like extreme budget and always having to be like super clever with accommodations and just how to sustain it and make it work. And this is the first that I'm hearing of this website I just found a week ago. And it's called Trusted Housesitters. And basically, it's a website that connects people who need a house sitter with people who want to house sit. And literally, like, without giving like a ton of backstory, like it's been super common practice for Chris and I to travel like for months at a time. It's a lot cheaper to travel long term, and so that's just sort of the rhythm, that we've gotten into. Um, and so we're, planning another summer trip this year, and we just couldn't quite work out how we were going to pull it off. None of our kind of old tricks were working, none of our old resources were working, and we were just like, shit, man, like how are we actually going to pull this off, kind of. And then I found Trusted House Sitters, and it gave me pause for a minute because it just seemed kind of like too good to be true. And it's like $125 or, something to join. They have different membership tiers, but that's sort of the cheapest one. So that gave me pause too. I was like, that's not like cheap. And it's like a lot to pay with no guarantee of anything. It's a lot to pay without sort of being able to use the site in any way or just kind of see how active it is or how many listings there are or how many, house sitters are applying for, each sit and how competitive it is. And anyway, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I got over myself, coughed up the money and joined. And literally, like overnight, um, it just like changed everything. And suddenly we were like, oh shit, this is gonna be our whole entire trip. Like it became clear very quickly that we would be able to book an entire summer of free accommodation via this website. And it was just crazy how like quickly, it all came together. Um, and so, yeah, highly, highly recommend this website. It's amazing. I mean, even if you're not traveling on a budget, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is it's like, before we found this website, we were just looking at all the things, but of course, one of them being like monthly Airbnbs, and trying to, find an Airbnb with a nice monthly discount. But the thing is that even if you can afford to do that, these houses on Trusted House Sitter that, these homeowners that need house sitters, these places are way nicer than anything you or your average person, whatever, could afford to book privately. So that's another advantage. It's like, do we scrape together, and book some tiny little studio, or do we sign up for this house sitting gig in this like beautiful, 4-bedroom house on this 5-acre plot of land? Like, yes, of course, the trade-off is you're house sitting, so there's some, duties. Um, but we're coming across plenty that just have cats, which cats are objectively super easy, to care for, because they're so kind of mysterious and independent. It's not like, a dog you have to walk 3 times a day or whatever. Um, but also, there's plenty of just low key dogs too, where they're just older dogs who just, feed them and make sure they have water and keep them company, or, you know, um, dogs where there's a big yard, so you don't even necessarily have to walk them, or dogs that just need, it's like take them for a little stroll in the morning and in the evening, super, super basic. And lots of people too, just like need their plants watered and need their fish fed and need, just super duper basic stuff for you to do. It's not like this insane agenda that makes it, you know, not worth the free place to stay. Um, anyway, it's just really cool, and everybody is super duper nice. All of the sits that I've applied for so far, um, where you know, start conversing back and forth with the homeowner, they've just been so wonderful. Um, Two people that have actually confirmed us so far didn't even, we just had kind of lengthier message exchanges. They didn't even want to, you know, video chat or anything like, you know, we offered, but just super duper easy. And there's other people who, you know, they do want to have a chat on the phone or have, you know, send a Zoom link or whatever. And that's been great, you know, video chatting with people. They're just so nice. They're so grateful, you know, that you're kind of offering your time. It's like, you know, funnily enough, they're treating it like you're doing them a favor, which is nice energy, you know, because to obviously to us, it's like you're doing us a favor. Like you're what? You're like letting us stay at your house for free. That's crazy, you know. But anyway, and yeah, just beyond accommodating, people have offered, hey, you know, if you guys want to come a day early, we can take you, you know, to do a big grocery shop. We can show you around town, like just the loveliest, you know, people. And obviously, of course, people offering to, you know, pick us up and drop us off at, you know, the train station or wherever it is that we're getting, you know, to their area. And so it's just really good energy, and everyone that I've encountered so far has been super super nice. So um, yeah, I just, you know, I don't know, I think travel in general is like elusive to most people, and especially long-term travel, the kind of travel where it's like, you know, let's say yes, we're going over, you know, to the UK for 3 months this summer. It's not a vacation. I'm not independently wealthy yet, you know. So yeah, it's just sort of going over there to live, going over there just for a change of scenery, you know, because we're lucky enough that we've set ourselves up to be in a position, that we can do that, you know, that we make money, you know, remotely, or, you know, with the stuff that we do online, and that we're able to just kind of shift our lives over there. Um, but that it's way more within reach than I think most people think. Because obviously, when, you know, you say like, oh yeah, we're going to the UK for the summer, it's like, oh, it must be nice, or, you know, oh, whatever. I mean, or like the trip of a lifetime. Oh, that's, and it's like, no, this is totally just our normal, and I wish that more people knew that it could be their normal too, if they wanted. Anyway, I came on here to bang on about that website, so I've done that. Thanks, bye.